You're so cute. You're so cute. You're so cute. Such a cute little polar bear. Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. My name is KileKson, and welcome back to our survival world. And I've got some exciting news for all of you. And if you take a look in this chest, you'll see it. I have managed to gather 3 wither skeletons who have gotten the opportunity to be organ donors. I can't speak today, but organ donors. I have their skulls waiting for us to build the wither. Unfortunately, our armor's not looking too shabby at the moment, but it could use some work. Which is why, as you can see, I have a lot less diamonds. And yeah, you could see it there. I've crafted us up some diamond armor. And what we want to do is we want to get some nice, good enchants on those so we can fight the wither. I do have a plan. I have been running around doing some exploring, and I do have some good news. My efforts to explore have turned out to be quite welcome to this world, because I have found a mushroom island, I have found a mesa, I have found a desert, I have found a jungle, of all things, and I found several desert temples and other villages. I found some roof forests. I still haven't seen a mansion, but I did find, and I will say this again, I did find not 1, not 2, but 3 ocean monuments, which means we got some ocean monument raiding to do later on, and one of those monuments is going to be the lucky monument to be torn down and turned into a guardian grinder so we can get all of those sweet sea lanterns and not have to farm this stuff, which will be nice. So, with that, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to get going and get ready to fight the wither. I'll see you once I'm prepared, because I am excited to finally have our beacon, because our first project in our base is going to be our villager farm / breeder. And I did look up some of the mechanics behind the villager farms. It turns out that villagers have to be 32 blocks away from the village to not count, which means the infinite breeders that worked before have to be 32 blocks away from a group of villagers over there in order for them to keep working, which means I'm going to kill this guy real quick. Ow! Stupid zombie. But that means that we are going to be quite ready and quite able to get our villagers going, because the villager farm I want to build is going to fit in that area over there, and then this right here is where we're going to build our breeder. So our shopping mall type thing is going to be over there, and our breeder is going to be over here. So ladies and gentlemen, I'll see you in a few minutes, and we're going to fight the wither here pretty quickly. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I am prepared for the wither fight, and what I have here is a few blocks that we're going to use down in the nether. I'm going to try something that I've never tried before and hope that it works. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go ahead and go, but here's what I've got with me. I've got a full set of enchanted diamond armor. This took quite a while to get because I had to do quite a few level 30 enchants. I basically took a bunch of junk items, some leather armor because I had a lot of leather from killing cows and stuff, and threw the crappy enchants on there until I got these enchants. I got my Unbreaking 3 Protection 4 Depth Strider boots, my Unbreaking 3 Protection 3 legs, my Protection 4 Unbreaking 3 Diamond chestplate, and Protection 4 Unbreaking 3 Diamond helmet. I've got a Punch 1 and Power 3 Unbreaking 1 bow, which is kind of nice. And then I've got the Alcadian Soul Saber. It's a diamond sword that I renamed. It is the Sharpness diamond sword that I've been working on over time, and this is what I managed to get. It's quite nice, and I like it a lot. I am very, very happy with how this turned out. Now, with all that being said, all of this gear has severely diminished my diamond supply, and I'm quite upset about it. But this is what we got. We got 2 Regen 2 potions, a Strength 2 potion, and then we have a golden apple. This is a notch apple. I found it in a chest inside of a mine shaft that I was in at some point down at the mesa. So, let us see here if... I can't close the door. So let's head into the nether and see if I can remember how to do this. I'll be right back. So, with this in tow, I've gotten my little wither killer up and running. This should allow me to kill him relatively easy. So I'm going to go ahead and place my skulls and hope I did this correctly. It looks as if I did. So I'm going to go ahead and stand back. I know I've got all this armor, but this is just to make it a little more fun. I decided not to do the actual wither fight. Oh, and this is going to work so well. Look at this. Oh. We can just whack on the wither. This is awesome. So I do have my little wither killing station now. And now he's got his little wither shield, which is nice. And I'm 2 blocks below him, which makes it so his projectiles can't hit me. Oh, this is so good. So now the question is did we get our nether star? We did! Ladies and gentlemen, we can build a beacon. Oh, this is so nice. Alright, I'll see you back at base. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, the moment of truth. We're going to go ahead and craft our beacon up. And this is going to be the best part of the game right here. This thing right here is just going to make everything so much easier. Oh, I'm so happy I have that. But with all that said and done, I can go ahead and drop that back off in like my little food pot here. And put this all back in my potions pot. Because we don't need this stuff. This was all just prep. I actually tricked you guys. I was getting ready for some exciting battle. And I really didn't want to do that. So, anywho, I'll be back when I'm set up for the next project. I'll see you guys in a second. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, so we're here now, and we have our beacon, and I do believe this should be enough blocks to go ahead and get what we need to build done. I'm not sure if it is. If so, we'll just go ahead and grab some of the other blocks that we have from the ore materials, and we're going to go ahead and build our beacon. So first things first, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's how wide it is. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we're going to plop that down, and now all we got to do is just build around it. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So I'll see you in a sec when I have this pyramid built. Well, it appears I'm a lot poorer than I thought, because I didn't even have enough iron blocks to finish the bottom level. So I'm going to go iron mining. And in the meantime, we'll see what we can find downstairs in the strip mine. So I'll be back later, and once we have this pyramid finished, we'll continue. I'll see you guys in a bit. My extremely good diamond armor just saved my life. I am so grateful for this thing. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, the pyramid is finally set, which means that we can set our beacon down and get going on this hole. So what I'm going to do is we're going to go ahead and get going on this. And why? Okay, there we go. I had to let it activate first. Okay, sweet. So I want haste 2. And now we have the haste. Sweet. So I'm going to go ahead and dig this hole out. I've got a silk touch shovel and my silk touch pick, and I need to dig this 9 down according to what my whole thing says. So I will be back once the hole is finished. Alright, so that hole is dug. My next task is to go ahead and figure out how high I need to... How do I put this? I need to figure out how high I need these 2 side platforms to be, if those are going to be my floor. And then I also need to figure out how far out to the side I need to dig to put in the redstone mechanisms that are going to go in. Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to have my villager breeder over on this side, and that villager breeder is going to have water streams running underneath this pathway leading to this, which is where our little villager market is going to be. So that's going to be my next task. I'll be right back. Okay, this hole is completely dug. This hole is now 3 blocks deeper because this is my floor level, and I'm going to be building a design that was used by Mumbo Jumbo in his Hermitcraft Series 4 video. However, it was not his design for the most part. He did have to do a few things, and there's a ghost block there that I'll have to get rid of, but he did have to do a few things to it to make it work and go all the way around. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to have my villager breeder set up over there, and we're going to need to run a water stream underneath this pathway to the villager breeder. Now the villager breeder is actually going to sit below this, below the ground, because the village is the only thing that has to be exposed to the sky in order for it to be considered a village. At least that's what I'm thinking. So I'm going to do some testing to make sure that my idea is going to work, and then I will see you in a bit once we've got this thing ready to get set up, and I've got all the materials. So I'll be back in a bit. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, the villager trading hall is constructed. I will leave a link down to the video where the tutorial is of the guy who originally built it. I still have a couple more pieces of glass to place up there, but that's okay. This is where my villagers will go ahead and pop in, and we can go ahead and trade them. I put the minecarts here, that way I'm not overflowing the system that I've got in there with them. And essentially, if I need to request a villager, I'll send the minecart down the system and allow it to go pick up a villager, and that's how we'll do it. So I'd have to click where I want the villager to land, and then I'd click the button to request the minecart. And our villagers, if I can actually get down there, will end up right here at the very end of everything that goes on. So the next thing we need to do is we need to construct our villager breeder and move the villagers that we have in the nether out of the nether and into it. So I'm going to go ahead and get busy with that. Our villager breeder is going to go over here, and then I'm thinking the elevator into our base is going to go right here. So ladies and gentlemen, I'll be right back. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I've got the area marked out where I want to put my doors for the village. Now I did some testing, and villagers will in fact breed underground as long as the doors to the village are exposed to the sunlight, which means we will be building basically a platform that goes 3 down into the water underneath this thing, and it will be just this wide, and the glass will be sitting here at the top at the surface level. That way the actual main spawner will be sitting beneath the entire thing, and that's how we'll do that. So ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to go ahead and get on that, and I'll see you guys when I've got all the doors placed. Alright, so everything is in place. I've already put the water streams underneath each of these little piston devices here, which track the baby villagers as they step on the string and then pull the floor out from under them and drop them into the water stream, which pushes them over there and then through the center. And then there's a giant water stream leading underneath this entire base that will automatically make it to where the villagers end up over there. Now the problem with that is that our elevator to our base, I was planning to put it right here in the center. However, that kind of makes it hard for me to do with the water stream being there. So what I might do is I might actually put the elevator to my base on the other side of this little villager breeder here, and then we can just go under it, and that shouldn't be too hard. I mean, I'd have to do some underwater building and things, but I'm going to go ahead and stick the villagers in here, and then we're going to go ahead and see if it works. I'll be right back. Alright, and it does seem to be working. I've seen hearts, they're throwing food, they're farming, which means everything is working. So our villager breeder is finally going to work, and I will go ahead and head over there once we have our first villager. That way we can test our actual system for our villager collection system. So I will be back. We have our first baby villager, and he looks like he's a butcher, but let's just wait and see if he falls into the trap, and I'll be right back. So it does appear as if he's fallen into the trap, so I'm gonna give it a minute for the baby to travel through our water system here, and then we're gonna go test our villager collection system over here in the trading hall. So I will be right back. Our second little baby villager. Alright guys, so the system works, which is awesome to say the very least. It means that everything is going to be fine and dandy. We're just going to send another minecart into the system while that one's running back and forth. This cleric offers 37 rotten flesh and 8 gold for an emerald at the moment. I'm going to keep trading with him because eventually he will trade me XP bottles, which is kind of good. So ladies and gentlemen, with that, I'm going to go ahead and call it here. In next episode, we're going to go ahead and put up the spiral piston doors that are going to go here, and it'll be all good to go. So, and then we're also going to see if we can build our elevator behind the nether portal. So ladies and gentlemen, with that, I'll see you on the flip side. KileKson out.